Courage. Once upon a time, in the quiet town of Newville, lived an old man named Mr. Thompson. He had been a respected math teacher in the local high school for over 40 years before he finally retired. His days were filled with a peaceful monotony, sipping morning tea by his porch, reading books, and reminiscing about his teaching days. One fine afternoon, while Mr. Thompson was watering his roses, he noticed a familiar face walking down the street. It was Jake, one of his brightest students, who had now become an esteemed architect in the city. Jake had always admired Mr. Thompson for his knowledge and wisdom and decided to pay him a visit. "Mr. Thompson," Jake exclaimed with a smile on his face as he approached the old man's house. Recognizing Jake immediately, Mr. Thompson greeted him warmly and invited him inside for a cup of tea. As they settled into comfortable armchairs, Jake began to share stories about his life, his challenges at work, and how he often found himself lacking courage to make tough decisions. Mr. Thompson listened attentively and then smiled knowingly at Jake before saying gently, "Jake, may I tell you a story?" Jake nodded enthusiastically. "Once," began Mr. Thompson with a twinkle in his eye, "I faced an equation that seemed impossible to solve. In fact, everyone else had given up on it." He shared how he spent many sleepless nights grappling with his problem, but never gave up despite numerous failed attempts. "I felt frustrated too," said Mr. Thompson. But something deep within me urged me not to give up. One day, after countless hours of laboring over this equation," he continued, "I finally found its solution." Mr. Thompson looked at Jake meaningfully before saying, "It wasn't my knowledge or intelligence that solved that problem. It was my courage." Jake listened carefully as Mr. Thompson explained further. Courage isn't just about doing heroic things. It's about facing our fears, persevering in the face of adversity, and never giving up, no matter how tough the situation seems. "Remember, Jake," Mr. Thompson concluded, "even the most complex equations in life can be solved with courage." Jake thanked this old teacher for his advice and left feeling inspired. From that day forward, he faced challenges with a newfound courage, always remembering Mr. Thompson's wise words. Mr. Thompson's simple story had a profound impact on Jake's life and taught him an invaluable lesson that courage is the key to solving any problem, even those far beyond mathematical equations. And so, it was in Newville that an old math teacher used his wisdom to teach an important lesson of life, all through a simple anecdote about a complex equation. It was a tale of courage from the most unexpected source that transformed not just one life, but would continue to inspire generations to come.